Man, I love this en masse resignation of federal prosecutors that's going on right now. Um, Danielle Sasson, she she said she was not happy with it. This is what she had to say. Um, on February 10th, 2025, I received a memorandum from Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, directing me to dismiss the indictment against Mayor Eric Adams without prejudice, subject to certain conditions, which would require leave of court. I do not repeat here the evidence against Adams that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed federal crimes. Mr. Bove rightly has never called into question that the case team conducted this investigation with integrity and that the charges against Adams are serious and supported by fact and law. Mr. Bove's memo, however, which directs me to dismiss an indictment returned by a duly constituted grand jury for reasons having nothing to do with the strength of the case, raises serious concerns that render the contemplated dismissal inconsistent with my ability and duty to prosecute federal crimes without fear or favor. This is just ringing a bell, isn't it? And to advance good faith arguments before the court, which is important, right? I mean, these people are serious jurists. Anyway, this is what Hogan Scott had to say. I have received correspondence indicating that I refused your order to move to dismiss the indictment against Eric Adams without prejudice, subject to certain conditions, including the express possibility of reinstatement of the indictment. Because he wanted that. Trump wanted to have him so that he could extract any favor. They want ICE in the schools. They want, in that sanctuary city of New York City, Eric Adams is going to sell his fucking city to get out of jail. I've never thought that I'd live long enough to see corruption on this scale just so obvious and right in our fucking faces. It's so insulting. I mean, it's so insulting. He goes on to say, the U.S. Attorney Danielle R. Sasson never asked me to file such a motion, and I therefore never had an opportunity to refuse. But I am entirely in agreement with her decision not to do so. He continues, the first justification for the motion is so weak as to be transparently pretextual. The second justification is worse. No system of ordered liberty can allow the government to use the carrot of dismissing the charges or the stick of threatening to bring them in again to induce an elected official to support its policy objectives. Really? Because, I mean, that's just Trump's world. That's how he plays the game, right? It's so fucking insulting. Any assistant U.S. attorney would know that our laws and traditions do not allow using the prosecutorial power to influence other citizens, much less elected officials. In this way, if no lawyer within earshot of the president is willing to give him that advice, ... I expect that you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion. But it was never going to be me. I remain baffled by the rushed and superficial process by which this decision was reached, in seeming collaboration with Adams' counsel and without my direct input on the ultimate stated rationales for dismissal. In the event that you are unwilling to meet or to reconsider the directive in light of the problems raised by Mr. Bove's memo, I am prepared to offer my resignation. Thank you, Hogan Scott. And 5 others that decided to show this is how these are regular Republicans, folks. These are conservative Republicans who do not like what's happening. They are like Reagan Republicans. They're your grandfathers or your moms and dads Republicans. They're the Republicans that I remember. They didn't like gays. They believe me, they were anti-gay marriage. They were like Liz Cheney back in the day. I'm going to tell you though, at least we knew where the fuck they stood. and they followed the laws when they said that they were a party of law and order. You didn't just go, I mean, like now, I never want to fucking hear one of those people say, "Oh, we're the party of law and order." Ah, I just feign to think of what my fucking reaction would be. Thank you, federal prosecutors, getting your conservative asses on board for this fight. We need you. See y'all next time.